If your prospect that just verbally agreed to work with you cannot quickly sign a contract or pay an invoice, they will change their mind, and you have now failed to close the client that you worked so hard to get. To make sure you 100% close the sale, you need an automated invoice and contract system as part of your onboarding process, so you can email it out the moment they agree to work with you. Because the sale isn't really closed until they pay or sign a contract. And all you need to do is build these 3 parts out before your next sales call, so you can deploy these 3 things post-sales call to catch the sale. And this is the exact same structure I use for myself and for when I set up my client's onboarding system. So the 3 parts that you need to have as part of your onboarding process is: number 1, package your service so that you can easily add it to your invoice. Number 2, templatize your contract so that all your services can use the same contract or similar services can use the same contract. Number 3, templatize the welcome email that sends out the invoice and contract so that you can just one click and send that baby out. Number 1, package your service so you can easily add it into your invoice. Ideally, you want them to be ordering off a menu, not for you to come up with something custom for them. Usually when I tell my clients when I set up their system to do this, they would say, oh, my businesses is all different. Some clients require a little bit more, some clients require a little bit less. So then, I listen to their circumstance. What I say to that is, yes, that's still a trend. Package it up. Let me give you a solid example. I had a client that was an educator, and then she offers packages to students. So depending on where they are in the semester, maybe 7 more weeks left to the school session. But then she'll be like, cool, I'll give you 7 sessions. But if the client then don't pay up by this upcoming 7 weeks, so now she has to go with the invoice, change it every week that the client don't pay. They have to adjust the package accordingly, and that was so much work for her because she had to constantly go in to amend things, and it just take up so much time. I told her, like, what if you just fix a 12 session package? Just sell 12 sessions. If they don't use it up during the semester, they can continue to use it the next semester. And that made her life so much easier. She's like, wait, yeah, why do I have to adjust it according to their semester? They just need 12 sessions. They just take that. So not only packaging your service makes your life so much easier, you can add these to your invoice so much faster because you know exactly what you're selling, and you can just choose the item, put it in the invoice, and then now you have your invoice fast and done. What I want you to do is think about all your services, write it down, write every type of services that you've sold. And what I want you to do is find these 2 points that you can package it up by hours or package it up by number of sessions. The second kind is fix the amount of service. For example, a sales page build, it's fixed usually what they need. Sales page design, the setup for the checkout, emails, any automation and workflow that connects them all. So for me, I know that for a sales funnel build, they will need all of these stuff. I don't need to kind of like piece them all together when somebody's saying, hey, I want a sales funnel build. So I just sell it as one fixed package. After you figured out all your services, write them down on a document. Write down the name of the service, write down what it includes, and write down the price. This way, when somebody chooses to work with you, you can just give them that package, slap it into the invoice, and if like there's any edits needed, it's very minor. Maybe take out a line or 2, but the core of it is there. You don't have to type it out from scratch. Like you think from scratch, like, wait, what is this called? What does it include? You don't type any of that out. Just copy paste, boom, you can send out the invoice. Number 2, templatize your contract. Most of the time, all your services can use the exact same work contract. The only thing that needs to be different is their name, their email, the price they paid for your services. But the thing is, these days with all kinds of invoicing system and like automations out there, these can be added in automatically. So you don't need to be opening up the PDF or the Word doc and individually typing these stuff in. Because if you don't automate this part and you do it manually, it's going to take you so much time. Think of your contract in terms of the services that you provide. If they all have the same types of terms, then use the same contract. For example, in my case, my monthly services people don't need to have clauses for a VIP service. But then what I do is I have 2 different contract templates that I can easily choose based on what their services is, and my invoicing system will auto input all their personal details into it, and boom, I can just send it out. All I need to do is log into my system, click on the type of contract, and then I'm done. And comment below if you want me to give a more detailed tutorial on like setting up these 3 things in Dubsado. Number 3, and the last thing to templatize is your email. This email sends out the invoice and the contract and welcomes them into the world of working with you. And although it sounds like you need to say different things to different clients, it's not exactly true. Every client needs to have the same thing. Welcome them to working with you, the things they need to do in this email, aka there's the link to the invoice, there's the link to the contract, what happens after they sign the contract and pay the invoice, and how you're excited to get the project going. If you really want to customize it, you can leave a blank at the very top, and then you can customize that part saying, it was so nice to chat with you about your Paris trip, your kid's birthday, or like a common interest like, oh my god, I love dinosaurs too. But beyond that small customized section, all the email parts are exactly the same. When you choose this email template, your invoice and contract that you've already linked to the project is already linked to the email. You don't have to manually attach the invoice. You don't have to manually attach the form. You just choose the email and send. So here's what it looks like when you have all these 3 things set up and ready to send the moment somebody agrees to work with you. Imagine you just got off the sales call. Before you hang up, get their full name, company info, best email, hop onto your computer, pull out the invoicing system, create the client, and then fill out all the information that they previously did not have. Go to invoice and you choose the package based on what they say. Pull out the list of services that you've previously prepared, copy paste into the description, spec on the price, and hit save. Done. Now you have the invoice part done. Choose the contract that you know works with this service. Choose the welcome onboarding email template. Add some personalization if you need to. Boom, you can send out the invoice. Within 15 minutes of you coming off the sales call, you've now sent a way for them to pay and sign a contract with you while they're still in that I'm ready to get things done mood. This will result in you closing more sales and also cutting down the amount of time spent on unnecessary work that now you can use the time saved to spend on finding more clients. If you choose to implement this system, your closing rate is going to go up and gonna start to have many projects under your belt, which means you're gonna get really busy. If you don't manage all your business tasks, both your client tasks and your personal business tasks well, things will also start slipping your mind. You're gonna start forgetting deadlines, forgetting things that you promised yourself you're gonna do, and eventually you're gonna find yourself back at square one, looking up at the end of the day and realize, what the heck did I even do? So I'm going to show you an easy yet effective project management system that will help you have a grip on all the tasks and moving parts of your business so you can start your day knowing exactly what you need to do for your client work and your own work without the mental load of having to remember all of these.